Woo. Alright guys, so I'm back. Got a little water. It's delicious, beautiful water. It is a clear blue day. Look at it out there. Amazing. Not a cloud in the sky. Gotta love it. Ugh. So I am literally just sitting in the sun, enjoying the patio. Um, we had a pretty mild winter compared to most, but I really enjoy being back out and being amongst Mother Nature and the world. So, seeds, that's what we were going to talk about when I left you guys. Let's show you real quick what I decided on. So, this little guy here is a San Marzano tomato. These are organic seeds. When you're picking seeds, in my opinion, it's a good idea if you're going to grow organic to get organic seeds, obviously. But even if you're not going to grow organic, it's a good idea to get organic seeds. Few reasons: they're not treated with pesticides or certain things that I find are probably unhealthy, things that might cause cancer, things that our bodies aren't used to intaking and processing. So I think starting without those is a good thing to do. The other reason it's good with these organic seeds is they are more likely, I think, to germinate and sprout than, let's say, these seeds. I got these for $1. These cost me almost $4. I bet you I will have plenty of green bean plants, no problem. But I don't like to live off green beans. I do eat a lot more tomatoes than I do green beans, so I opted to get the more organic. And obviously these aren't normal tomatoes, so I kind of wanted a seed that I think is more likely to succeed, and I think the organic ones are more likely to succeed. So we're gonna do 6 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, well 5 actually, of the tomatoes, since we already have one going. And I have a few more tomato seedlings that are going and hopefully gonna be transplanted soon. We're gonna do 6 from here of the red Russian kale. And I've got a whole tray of the red Russian kale going. These guys here are gonna get transplanted today. At least this one guy is. He needs it. So we're gonna show you guys the transplant process, and we're gonna get some kale going. I really like kale. It's easy to maintain, easy to harvest, and easy to eat food, and it's really healthy. Over here in this tray, I am going to be doing dark zucchinis. Dark star zucchinis. Oh my goodness. I had a friend, my boss actually last year. He grew a lot of zucchinis, and I've never been interested in zucchinis before, but he gave me a lot of free ones, and I was actually really excited about that. So zucchinis are really good. They're huge. I mean, you can grow zucchini to be this big. So I also got these just normal green beans. If you don't like green beans out of a can, processed, gross green beans, definitely try fresh garden green beans. There's so many ways. I like just butter, a little bit of garlic, maybe some onions sauteed up with green beans. I can just eat green beans for dinner. You can can them, save them. You can fry green beans. I love frying green beans, so hopefully green beans do good. And we're gonna start with them. So I'm gonna show you guys really quick, just as I plant these puppies in. Get my tunes over here. So we're gonna open them up. I'm gonna show you guys what the green beans are a little bit bigger on the seed side. I mean, they're beans, obviously. So this is what they look like. You can see there's some half beans. One thing you can do with these is you can soak them in, or not, I wouldn't soak them, but take a wet paper towel, put the seeds in the wet paper towel until you start to see a little green thing pop out. I'm not in a rush, and I'm not too worried about success rate with my green beans, so I'm just gonna take them, boop, put them inside the holes I created. These say 1 inch to 1.5 inches, and because they are pretty big, you do want them down in there. I made all my holes about 1 inch, so when I put these green beans in, I'm gonna drop them in, and then I'm gonna push them down just a little bit further. And I'll set some of these down, and I'll kind of just bring you around here. So you can kind of see, you can see the top there. I'm gonna cover, instead of pushing dirt in, I'm gonna put more dirt on top. That's gonna allow more coverage here. So you can see, put them in, push them down. Very simple, very easy. Boop, boop, boop. think happy thoughts when you do it, guys. I'm a firm believer that free will and all that isn't just in humans, it's in these plants, and you give them some good intentions and you give them good vibes when you stick them in the ground, and they'll come right back for you. They'll pop up just to say thank you, if anything. And you don't really need to push them down in there too far. Mother Nature wants to grow. That's the one thing that I've learned. So you start enough seeds, it doesn't matter how you start them. You start enough, you're gonna get green bean plants. That's the way Mother Nature goes. Alright, so all my seeds are in. I got 12 green beans now. I'm gonna take a little of this extra stuff that I had mixed up here. It's just the vermiculite and potting soil mix that I make. And I'm just gonna lightly, you don't pack it down, you don't really need to do anything with it. You just need to lightly put it on here. And then when you water these for the first time, they're gonna get kind of, this is gonna pack in some of this extra material here. Instead of pushing it around with your fingers, I recommend giving it a shake. Do it over this. That kind of allows everything to settle. Beautiful. That is a tray complete. Now when you do these, you need to make sure that you somehow mark what they are. So just to start, I'm going to stick this here, move it aside. We got all these little extra beans, or broken beans. Go ahead and put them in there. The broken beans will sometimes still germinate. Not always, but it's worth a try. I'm gonna take these, store them inside here. These are my sugar peas that I'm growing, and they are going wilds right now. Sugar peas kind of like the colder weather, so I was able to get them started a little quicker than the rest of my plants here. Let's hop on over to the tomatoes next. Tomato seeds are very tiny, as well as the kale seeds too. You guys are going to see how small the kale seeds are here in just a sec. Okay, and they're so tiny I don't want to lose any, so. Woo! Alright, see, you can see these little tiny things, little itty bitties. And we're going to put probably 2 in each one of these holes here. Get the last of the seeds out of the pack. Perfect. All right, we got one last seed stuck in there. I think my sister just fell down the stairs. It's live on YouTube. I'm calling it. Looks like the sister and the mom are home. Maybe they can help me get this one last seed out of the package. Ugh. Oh, there we go. The final tomato seed. This is it, the final tomato seed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. All right, we're gonna plop her down in there.
I ate a whole one of these.
Wow, a whole Sasquatch bar?
Yeah, and it's hot kind.
Hear that, YouTube? A whole hot Sasquatch bar. Alright, let us finish up these tomatoes real quick. Where did I put? Here it is. Sprinkle a little on here. How'd the shopping go?
I didn't bring my card, so it went well.
Ah,
I had no money.
You got some pots?
Yeah, I bought those from Dollar Tree a long time ago.
Ooh, look at this big old bee.
Get down.
Ah! I don't want to play with you. Get out of here, Hornet. Alright, so we got our tomatoes done. The fam is home. Let's start on some kale, guys. Woohoo! Alright, y'all. We're doing red Russian kale, Sierra. Are you interested?
I'm interested.
Red Russian kale, Soviet kale. So guys, we're gonna plant in some, we're gonna do another 6 red Russian kale here. And we're gonna transplant my one little baby kale. He's got 4 leaves, so it's time for him to bail. I noticed with my tomatoes and my kale that they just don't like being here. They just don't like being alive. They're emo. So, to substitute the fact that apparently I'm the worst kale grower in the world, we're gonna plant a lot of kale. We're gonna plant the world's most amount of kale, Mom.
How?
All the kale. Every kale seed I got. Alright, so you guys can see how tiny these kale seeds are. They're little itty bitties. I'm gonna do 2 kale seeds per little hole here. And it doesn't hurt to put too many seeds. You can always pluck them out, and what I like about having to pluck out extras is you get to eat them, so that kind of makes it all a little better. So, got some extra kale seeds. I'm gonna put them back. Probably start some more kale in another week or 2. Kale goes all the way into the fall and it lasts pretty long, so I think we could do 3 sets of kale, maybe 4, and then we'll probably have indoor kale by the time December comes. Alright, we're gonna cover up our little kale babies here. A little extra, something. Don't want to pack it down again, just kind of throw it on top. Okay. So our tomatoes and our kale are now planted. Let's see if I can just to mark what we have. So we got our green beans, our tomatoes, and our kale. Let's work on zucchinis. I've never actually seen a zucchini seed before, so I don't know what they look like. They feel like they could be smaller than a pea, but maybe a shape of some kind of bean or something. I don't know. So this is a mystery. This is a learning experience. What does a zucchini seed look like, YouTube? Oh, I should have known that. They look like pumpkin seeds. Look at that. So, just to double check, always read the back of the thing too. It'll tell you all sorts of fun stuff. 1/2 inch depth for these seeds, and these are big seeds too. These are kind of like the green beans, so you want to make sure they go in there a ways. Not too far, but a ways. And we're gonna do 1 per hole. I'm excited about the zucchini. They're more of an outdoor plant, so I'm gonna have to find a place to probably put them in the ground, but that's okay with me. I'm normally more attracted towards container gardening. Perfect. Okay. So we got 1 extra seed, pop it back in here. We'll start some more zucchini in a week or so. Take our extra, sprinkle it on top. There's definitely a piece of poop right there. That is poop if I've ever seen it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Give it a shake, a wiggle. Alright, I need to get a pen so I can mark this. This isn't going to help me know that it's zucchini, so I'm going to go get a piece of paper to mark these as zucchini. And that's it right now for all of our seeds. So we did it, folks. Zucchini, tomatoes, kale, and beans here. So I'm going to hop back. I'm going to go grab some paper so I can and probably pick up this mess. I've made a big old mess. And then we're gonna hop back and I'm gonna show you guys me transplanting one of my red kales, and I think that'll be it for today, my friends. So we will see you soon. All right, guys. So last little adventure for the day in gardening. We got this red kale here. He's looking like he needs a new home. We're gonna put him in this big old container here. So to do so, we've got some potting soil. I've got a little bit left of my starting mix, which I'm going to use to kind of put and cover in the hole here. We're going to start by, we'll put you here between these beautiful row of peas. So I found the best way to do this. If you just pull on it, you risk the chance of snapping his little neck there. So what you want to do, I find, is you grab this, you push it. See how he's kind of popping out already? Woo! Alright, there he is, folks. We even got his little brother here. So those are kale. I'm going to keep the little guy in there, I think. Awesome. When you put him in, you can bury him a little more than where he was. Utilize that stem he's got as support. I like to build almost a little volcano around him because he's, he's a young guy. He's kind of weak, so we don't want to let him get hurt when we water him and stuff. Beautiful. Give him a little support. Pack it down just a little bit. I find that's the best. Awesome. We might actually put his little brother over here too. We'll see how his little brother does. He's not quite ready. I don't think he's gonna make it, but see if I can do this one-handed while I hold the camera. Uh-oh, no, little brother's gonna get smushed. I need to put the camera down. Oh God. Cool. So we got a little guy in there, we got the big guy in there. Hoping that they last. Sometimes you transplant and they don't really like it, so but I'm hoping the kale makes it through. We're gonna leave this there. So right now it looks like we got 4 trays completely full, minus the one little kale we just took out. Last night I replanted in all of these here, more kale. So I think I'll check back in a few days. We're probably going to see some growth within 3 to 4 days. And if you guys like the gardening stuff, definitely like and comment. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong or if you guys have any tips. And I'll definitely bring you guys all sorts of updates from the garden patio. And hope you guys have a great day. Like and comment, and take it easy.